Good evening, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome to tonight's Centennial Conference women's basketball game between the Swarthmore College Garnet and the Washington College Shore Women. Here's the opening tip, and it's won by Swarthmore in their home white uniforms. Jess Jowdy with the ball at the top. Passes over to Maggie O'Neill. Finds Haley Raymond on the wing. Back to Jowdy. Jowdy drives and gets called for the travel on the low block. So Swarthmore starting out with a turnover on the opening possession. Washington College bringing the ball up court. Number 23, Allie Grundy, passes over. Three-point shot taken, no good. That was Alexis Kraling with the miss. Jowdy across the timeline, inside to O'Neill. O'Neill leaves the paint. Back over to Jowdy, 17 on the shot clock. Here's Ackerman, drives, left-handed shot, no good. Rebound by the Shore Women. Grundy with it now, long pass ahead to Kraling. Plays it back out. Handoff to Kraling, drives, tries to get around Deckard. Back outside, interior pass to Thyman, shot no good. Didn't hit the rim, shot clock doesn't reset, but it doesn't matter. Rebound by Bryn Browse, puts it in for two, first bucket of the game. Shore Women in the lead. Swarthmore set up in a 1-4 high. Here's Raymond, steps, runs into a defender, and she's called for the walk. Second turnover for the Garnet. Your starting five for the Shore Women today: number 5, Alexis Kraling; number 12, Jordan Weir; number 14, Emily Thyman; 23, Allie Grundy; and number 24, Bryn Browse. Jump shot no good. And the back ref is calling a deflection. Possession stays with the Shore Women. And we're going to have to put some time back on the shot clock as possession stays for Washington. 19 on the shot clock. Here's Grundy. Little handoff at the top of the key. Drive by Weir, and she's blocked by Raymond on the low block. Inbounds underneath. Weir to Grundy. Grundy stops, fires, shot is good. Good awareness by Grundy to realize that the shot clock was winding down. Getting that off in time. Swarthmore spreading 4 around the perimeter. O'Neill looking for options. Raymond has Deckard inside. Jump shot no good, off the side of the backboard, rebounded by Thyman. Grundy brings it across the timeline. Drives right hand, runs into O'Neill, and there's the foul on the body. Grundy listed at 5'2", runs into the much taller O'Neill, listed at 5'10". First free throw is up and good. Second free throw attempt. Hits the front of the rim, but rolls in. Deckard inbounds to Jowdy. Ackerman pops a 3, and it's good. Grundy with it out on the wing. And we have a traveling call underneath. Emily Thyman with the violation. Garnet entering today's game with a 1-3 record. They have that win here at home against Newman in the tip-off tournament. O'Neal with it, takes it back behind the arc. Three-pointer up, no good. Ackerman rebound. Deckard to O'Neal, hesitates, drives, step back three-pointer, short. Haley Raymond keeps it in, and that'll set up a fast break for the Shore women. Bounce pass inside, runs into O'Neal. O'Neal with the block on Brouse's attempt. Shore women put back no good, rebounded by Jowdy. Jowdy drives left hand, kick out to Raymond. Stumbles a little bit. They settle the offense. 5 on the outside, no one in the paint. O'Neal drives, draws the foul, and it's going to be on number 14, Thyman, the freshman forward from Wilmington, Delaware. We'll have our first substitutions of the game. Is number 12, Bridget Scott, checks in for O'Neal. And number 22, Gabby Winsky, enters for the Shore women. Three-pointer up by Ackerman, no good. Jowdy went for the rebound and plays it off of a Shore women defender. Possession will stay in the Garnet favor. Inbounds pass, a little too high. Scott corrals it, has it knocked away, and ball ends up to Jowdy at the top of the arc. Three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Rayleigh Hinton, who also checked into the game a moment ago. Hinton, handoff. The Shore women have been showing that they like that play. The handoff at the top of the key. Kraling looking for Hinton inside. Played back out, and I think Deckard got a piece of that one, blocking Brouse's shot. Rebound underneath belongs to the Shore women. Loose ball. Abby Deckard jumps on it, and we have a jump ball. Possession stays with the Shore women. Into the game for the visiting team, Maya Harper, number 3, and number 11, Jasmine White. Grundy at the top of the key. Crossover, step back, three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Harper. Grundy inside to Harper. Handoff to Winsky. Drives. Up top to Hinton, fakes the shot and finds a wide open Maya Harper on the left block. Great read. And with that, it's an 8-3 Washington College game. Pass inside by Jowdy, stolen by Hinton. Grundy, the long go-ahead pass. Harper unable to finish under the basket. Here's Jowdy, gets tripped up. Loses her footing. Swarthmore recovers the ball. And we have a foul. Foul's on 33, Rayleigh Hinton. So Deckard and Raymond check out. O'Neal back in and making her first appearance of the game, number 15, Jordan Bell. Pass goes to Bell in the corner. Looks inside to Scott. Has a little trouble with the handle. Turnaround jumper goes right into Hinton. Hinton thought she was completely vertical, but it's called for the reach. So that'll send Bridget Scott to the line. First free throws of the game for the Garnet. Shots up and good. Kayla Sembley, check in for Melanie Ackerman. Washington College, only 2 games played so far. They're 1-1. Shot by Scott is in. Swarthmore trails by 3. 4.5 minutes left here in the first quarter. Jasmine White defers to Allie Grundy. Back to Harper. Kick out to Hinton. Hinton hesitated and was called for the little shuffle of the feet. Turnover by Washington. Jowdy in the corner looking for options. Finds Bell, kick out to Sembley. Sembley from no man's land right inside the three-point mark. Knocks down the long two. It's a one-point game. Shorewomen swinging the ball around the perimeter. Hook shot by Harper off the mark. Rebounded by Sembley. Sembley looking to run. Has one defender in front of her. Finds Bell on the other side, but Bell blocked on the low block. That was Harper with the swat. Hinton and Winsky check out for the Shorewomen. Jess Jowdy heads to the bench for the Garnet. Pass to Scott, drives, finds a defender, and is all over. Foul called under the basket. That'll be on number 11, Jasmine White. I couldn't tell if White was in the restricted area or not on that one, but it's defensive foul. Scott hits the first. And that'll tie the game 8-8. 3:25 left in the first quarter. Scott's second free throw up and good. Scott making all 4 of her free throws so far this game. Three-pointer up off the front of the rim, no good. Rebound by Harper. Finds Kraling, who establishes herself in the front court. Grundy guarded by Sembley. Shot up by Grundy, and they say that was a 3. Washington back in the lead, 11-9. Bell in the corner, looking for O'Neal, cutting to the basket. The two can't connect there, and it's Shorewomen on the run. Last touch by the Garnet. Jowdy back in. Jowdy gets a lot of minutes, only heads to the bench to catch her breath every so often. I believe she leads the Garnet in minutes played per game. Inbounds pass. Jowdy on Grundy at the top. Handoff to Kraling. Meets a wall of Garnet defenders. I can't tell which one got the block. I think it was Scott. Either way, she met 3 towers in the paint. Garnet set up their offense. Scott over to Deckard in the corner. Scott sets the pick for Jowdy. Elects to go over to Bell in the corner. Shots up, no good. Rebound recovered by Browse. Kemi Oladipo ready to check in for the Garnet. Shot from the top, no good. That was Browse with the miss. Jowdy finds Scott, who's hit pretty hard under the basket. Foul's called on Browse. That's the 5th team foul for the Shorewomen, and that means new rule this year. They have put Swarthmore in the bonus. 5 fouls in a quarter gives the other team 2 free throws. Scott misses for the first time this game, now 4 for 5 from the charity stripe. Kemi Oladipo checks in, replaces Jordan Bell. Melanie Ackerman's going to come in Shots up good, and Ackerman replaces Scott, the shooter. Swarthmore only with 4 active players on the bench this game. Waiting for Raina Williams to be cleared to play again. Also freshman Audra Woodside inactive on the bench as well. Shoreham with the ball. Inside shot taken by number 20, Kat Moore, who just checked in, and she drops the bucket. Ackerman drives baseline, shots up, no good. Rebounded by Washington, number 14, Emily Thyman. Grundy pass inside to Moore, and Moore called for shuffling the feet, the traveling violation. Gives the ball back to Swarthmore. We have an official timeout here on the floor. Number 3 has her earrings in still. Maya Harper has to sub out temporarily. Emily Thyman comes in for her. Jowdy over to Oladipo, looking for O'Neal. Instead finds Decker at the top, three-pointer up is good. Tie ball game 13-13. Grundy finally finds someone to pass into. Shot clock and game clock nearly even here. Grundy step back three-pointer up, hits the rim, rolls out, and we have a loose ball foul. It's going to be on Deckard under the basket. Swarthmore only committing its 2nd foul of the game. First foul by Deckard. Ackerman all over the inbounds pass. Thyman from the elbow, no good. Rebounded underneath. That was Weir. Kick out to Grundy, three-pointer up and good. 3 seconds left here in the first quarter. Ackerman, three-pointer of her own. It's up and count it. Melanie Ackerman knotting the game at 16-16 with the clutch three-pointer. We're going to take a quick break and be right back here for the start of the second quarter. And we're back for the start of the second quarter. Swarthmore returns Jowdy, O'Neal, Oladipo, Deckard, and Ackerman to the court. O'Neal out to Ackerman. Deckard with it now on the wing. Finds Jowdy up top. Decker for three, and it's good. Abby Deckard hitting her 2nd tray of the game. Swarthmore leads this one 19-16. And we have an offensive foul called. Illegal screen set by Jordan Weir results in the turnover. Shore Women is starting the second quarter with Maya Harper, Alexis Kraling, Jordan Weir, Emily Thyman, and Allie Grundy. Three-pointer up by Ackerman, no good. Oladipo is going to be called for going over the back, trying to get that rebound. Pretty easy call for the officials to make there. Harper's pass intercepted by Oladipo, good read. She's all alone, goes up and draws the foul. Harper got the ball but came across the body. Oladipo to the line. Left-handed shot, up and good. Only her third free throw attempted this year. Second one up, good as well. Haley Raymond is going to replace Oladipo. Great hustle on that steal, getting the fast break and getting the point out of it. Grundy picks up her dribble, runs into a little bit of trouble. Gets it back, resets. Harper. Grundy inside, Thyman looks for Harper, finds her, throws up a shot, no good. Shot clock resets and Deckard steps on the heel of Harper. Foul's called on Deckard. Harper gets up. And she's going to head to the bench, maybe a little bit sore, replaced by Gabby Winsky. Pass to Thyman. Hand off to Kraling. Finds Weir on the elbow. There's that handoff again. Winsky's shot off the mark. O'Neal pushes the ball up the court, drives, switches back to her right hand. Might have had a left-handed layup, but finds Ackerman. Long-range shot, no good. Rebound, Grundy. Grundy, long outlet pass. She's a big fan of those. Kraling back to Grundy. Drives right hand, kick out to Winsky. Thyman thinks two, decides to pass it out. 10 seconds on the shot clock. Kraling. And pass to Grundy, 2 seconds on the shot clock. Has to throw it up, doesn't get it off in time, and that's a shot clock violation. Turnover on the Shore Women. Team turnover. And we have a timeout taken. It'll be full. And with that, we'll take a quick break and be right back. So last season, the two times that these teams played in Centennial Conference action, the road team was the winner in those contests. Both games took place in February of 2015. Ackerman looks inside to Scott. Back inside to Scott, strong move. Layup no good. Grundy pushes the ball up the court. Finds Kraling on the wing. Long shot no good, rebound by Scott. Long pass ahead, Grundy reads it, knocks it out of play. Sub checks in, that's Jasmine White entering the game. The all-time series result goes in Swarthmore's favor. They lead this series 25-17. Three-pointer up by Ackerman, no good. O'Neal navigating the sideline and the baseline. Throws up a reverse shot, no good. Rebounded by Scott. Gets the basket and the foul. Bridget Scott, the chance to complete the old-fashioned three-point play. That play made possible by Maggie O'Neal, keeping that ball in and tiptoeing along the baseline, finding Scott inside. Free throw by Scott, nothing but net. 24-16, Swarthmore in the lead. 6:30 to play here in the second quarter. Harper on the wing. Grundy puts the ball on the floor. White over to Harper, drives, gets around O'Neal. Passes it out to Thyman, shot off the back of the rim, no good. Thyman gets her own board. Pass out to the wing, White, three-pointer no good. Harper tries to spike it off of O'Neal's feet, and that ball hit the rim. If that ball went in, I think I would have just walked away. And then sent that video into SportsCenter. No shot attempt credited on that bounce. Pass inside, hits off Grundy's foot. She recovers it. Harper trying to go to work against O'Neal. O'Neal discourages that attempt, rebounded by Raymond. Jowdy to Raymond, takes a step, shots up, short, rebounded by White. Grundy with it now, long pass ahead to Harper. Inside to Browse, who draws the foul. Foul's going to be on Raymond under the basket. Both teams now with 3 fouls here in the second quarter. First free throw no good by Browse. Second shot is good. 24-17, 5:30 to play here in the second quarter. Swarthmore in the lead. Pass inside to Scott. Knocked away, recovered though. Ackerman skips it across to Raymond. Drives to her right towards the baseline. Draws a little hand check by Jasmine White. 4th foul of the quarter by the Shore women. One more puts Swarthmore in the bonus. Swarthmore inbounds it. Ackerman drives and got tied up, but they're going to call her for the travel. Bell checks in, replaces Ackerman. Abby Deckard comes to the scorer's table. She'll check in the next opportunity. Interior pass to Harper. Brings it back out. White over to Kraling. Fires a three, it's no good. Rebounded by O'Neal. Draws a trap at half court. We haven't seen that yet this game. Jowdy Looking for Bell across the way. Pass intercepted by Harper.
Entering the game for Washington College, number 12, Jordan Weir. Entering the game for Swarthmore College, number 34, Abby Decker.
And I missed that call. I think they called Harper for a walk. Not really sure why the ball is being inbounded under the basket, but and we have an offensive foul, illegal screen by Bridget Scott. Four fouls apiece now. Grundy over to Weir. Can't get it to fall. Rebounded by Browse. And with the possession of the ball in question, Washington deciding to take the timeout. They'll use a 30-second timeout. And we'll get to inbound the ball here on the sideline. 4 minutes, 24 seconds left here in the second quarter. Swarthmore leads this one 24-17. Neither team shooting particularly well at all. Swarthmore has they're shooting 28.6% from the floor. Washington, paltry 20%. Both teams shooting better from beyond the arc. Swarthmore shooting 36.4%. Washington 25%, and that percentage will just increase as Grundy knocks it down. Swarthmore's lead down to 4. Assembly, the ball handler. Passes over to Deckard. Beleaguered at the top by Kraling. Raymond takes a couple dribbles, drives right hand. Foul's called before the shot. Foul's called on Jordan Weir. Weir with her third already, and I expect she'll come to the bench with that, as 5 fouls disqualifies you from a game. Free throw by Raymond, up, hits the rim, bounces around and drops in. Rayleigh Hinton and Gabby Winsky back in. Free throw up and good. Raymond hits them both. There's the handoff. Thyman, pump fake. The move worked as she gets an open jump shot. Jowdy over to Raymond on the wing. Drives, left-handed shot, no good. Rebounded by Hinton. Grundy the outlet pass. Kraling up top, guarded by Raymond. Shot put up by Winsky off the bottom of the backboard, I believe, rebounded by Swarthmore. Bell pass ahead to Jowdy. Drives, draws the hand check, and the foul is going to be on Kraling.
Washington College foul for 5, Alexis Kraling. Her first. Team's fifth. Jessica Jowdy to the line, shooting 2.
Shot by Jowdy off the mark. O'Neal and Ackerman back into the game. Swarthmore in the bonus. Second free throw by Jowdy is good. Winsky looking inside. Scott fronts her player. Grundy, high shot, rolls off the top of the backboard and out of play. Kind of a desperation heave there. Ackerman looking for Scott. Cutting to the basket, throws it up, draws the foul. It'll be on Thyman. Catmore will check back in. Free throw by Scott, just a little bit short. Moore and White back in. Scott last year attempted 37 free throws, made 40% of them. Second free throw off to the right. Grundy gets the rebound, but steps out of bounds. And that'll be Swarthmore ball. Swarthmore will just get the team rebound there as Grundy basically out of play when she caught it. Jowdy drives, left-handed layup is good. Slicing and dicing through the lane, Jess Jowdy. Hinton turns, hand off to White. Shot from the elbow, wide right, rebounded by Ackerman. Jowdy stops, finds Scott. Good fake, goes up and under. Getting to the line again is Bridget Scott. Fouls on Moore, her first. Bryn Browse will come back into the game. Free throw by Scott is good. Browse in for Moore. Second shot by Scott, no good. 7 for 11 from the line today she is. Skip pass across, Hinton over to White. Browse trying to create some space in the paint. Pass inside by Winsky, knocked away by O'Neal and grabbed by Jowdy. Has a clear path to the basket, she takes it and drops in the layup. 32-22 Swarthmore. Its largest lead of the game, 1:15 left to play here before halftime. Grundy to White. Winsky trying to drive around Bell. Back to Winsky. Two-point attempt, no good. Swarthmore ball. 1 minute exactly left here in the quarter. And Swarthmore will take a timeout. New rule this year, if you don't use, only 4 timeouts carry over into the second half. So Swarthmore taking one here with a minute left to play here in the second quarter. Jess Jowdy brings the ball across the timeline, under a minute to play now. O'Neal hard to the hole, kind of lost control of it a little bit. Layup attempt no good, long pass ahead, thrown away, and it's Swarthmore ball, 40 seconds left. Scott creates some space. Jowdy, three-pointer up is good. Jowdy knocking down the three. Shot clock unplugged. 20 seconds left here as White brings it across the timeline. Guarded by Ackerman up top. See if the Shore women hold for the last shot. Grundy throws it up, no good. Rebound. And basket's good. And the foul. Foul's called on Scott. So Grundy attempting the shot with just enough time for Bryn Browse to get the rebound. Browse with the putback. Makes it, draws the foul. Oh, and that one spins out. Rebounded by White, puts it up. Shot's no good. Browse there for the rebound, but not enough time to get up that last second shot. And that'll bring us to halftime, 35-24. Swarthmore in the lead. Let me give you some leaders here from the first half. Swarthmore's Bridget Scott with 9 points. Jess Jowdy has 8. Melanie Ackerman and Abby Deckard with 6 each. For the Shore women, it's Grundy leading the way with 13. And she's provided most of their scoring. Browse has 3 points, Thyman 2, Harper 2, and Moore the other 2. We're going to take a break, 15 minutes now in between the periods. Swarthmore again in the lead, 35-24. Thanks for watching the Garnet Sports Network. Stay tuned for the second half.
Centennial Conference is about balance. We want the students to become the best they can be in the classroom, the best they can be in their athletic pursuits, and our colleges do everything we can to enhance that. You're going to feel the exact same things that you would feel as a Division I or Division II athlete in the Centennial Conference. You're going to feel the heart racing. Your teammates are going to be cheering you on. You're going to be in that huddle, firing each other up, getting ready for the opening tip or the first kickoff. All of this is what we look for and we hope that our students get to achieve in the conference. You look at the rivalries in our conference, and these schools have competed against each other for over a century. To be able to turn them over to talented faculty and talented coaches to bring out what we all know is there, that athletic ability, that ability to achieve in the classroom, the ability to achieve in the lab. The community that we build within the Centennial Conference is truly special. We have 11 schools that are competing at everything they do. They're competing for the best faculty, they're competing for the best students, they're putting together the best facilities. There are 43 conferences, and I feel that the Centennial Conference is at the top of Division III.
1, 2, 3.
On the field of competition, you're going to be a starter, you're going to be a key reserve. You may be an all-conference player, you may be an all-American player. In the classroom, you are going to achieve great things. You could be on the dean's list. You could receive a departmental award. You could receive the college's highest prize when all is said and done. It's the ability to provide that kind of balance to allow a student to achieve in both ends, which makes the Centennial Conference remarkable.
I'm Emily Gale and I'm the captain of the women's soccer team. So I'm majoring in chemistry, and one of my favorite classes I've taken was actually a computer science class called Artificial Intelligence. Definitely planning on pursuing a PhD in biochemistry and then probably working in industry like a biotech company or maybe pharmaceuticals or something like that. 2 summers ago I had an internship where I was working on a biomedical engineering project at WashU in St. Louis through this program called the Amgen program. That was a really neat experience. I got to spend 10 weeks in St. Louis living in their dorms, experiencing the city. And I learned a lot. That's kind of when I decided I want to go to grad school for that sort of thing. So outside of the soccer team, I'm an RA here at Swarthmore, so both junior year and right now I'm an RA, and I've also been a tour guide as well as helping to tutor and be a lab TA for the chemistry department. And also in the spring I work with the group Top Soccer volunteer organization. I think being a captain really involves making sure everyone's on the same page and everyone's getting any resources they need. Also kind of being a liaison between the players and the coaches. It can be tough with such a big team, so to make sure everyone feels like they have a voice and just making sure that everyone's doing well on and off the field with school and social life and that sort of thing, so we can just keep progressing as the season goes on. So I've been playing soccer since U5, way back when. And I think probably my favorite thing about playing soccer is just that it's always fun for me. I wouldn't still be doing it if it weren't that way. So at least here at Swarthmore, it's just such a nice break from the classroom. I know that I'm going to come hang out with 32 of my closest friends every day after school, and it always cheers me up. Even though I was hurt a lot of last season, I would definitely have to say on the field, winning conferences last year, coming back and redeeming ourselves, beating a lot of the teams in playoffs that have beat us in the regular season. And just the moment we won in PKs was just like, I don't know, one of the best moments ever.
I'm Alec McLean, I'm a captain of the men's soccer team. I love soccer in particular. I mean, I always grew up with it. It wasn't really a choice. Like, I knew I was going to love soccer growing up in England. And I think it's the most exciting game. It's the people's game. Everyone can play soccer. It's a really easy game to start up. I've done a bit of traveling. I went to study abroad in Australia, and the sort of love of soccer is exactly the same all around the world. You can play it with all sorts of people, play it with anyone really, which is one of my favorite aspects of soccer. I came over to the US between my junior and senior years to do the recruiting camps, and I did one at Swarthmore. I did the college ID camp here, and I played for Coach Wagner's team. And he was a great coach, and I really enjoyed the camp, and he asked me if I wanted to come play soccer here. And I actually didn't know anything about Swarthmore before I came to the ID camp. You know, I talked to a few people. My mum's from the States, and I asked her about it, and she said this is like one of the best schools in the country. You've got to take this seriously and apply. So I did. I got in, and now I'm here. I'm a double major in mathematics and economics, and one of my favorite courses I've taken is the real analysis course in the math department with Professor Grinstead. I really enjoyed that class for a few reasons. I think it was really interesting, very elegant math. And it was just really high-level stuff, and it was really interesting to have a professor who was so brilliant as Professor Grinstead. I think I want to start at least working in consulting. I'd like to do a 2-year analyst job at one of the really nice consulting firms in the Northeast. One of my main extracurricular activities is I run an investment fund with a few friends. We started it up last fall, and it's sort of a practice for business after Swarthmore, but it's also really interesting in and of itself, just to sort of get involved in the market and things like that. And that takes up a lot of my time. I'm a big Chelsea fan. I think I went to my first game when I was 4. I want to say 4. I watched, we lost 2-0 to Leicester City, I still remember it. Yeah, I've been a fan ever since. I really enjoy going to the games whenever I'm home. Favorite player, Didier Drogba. I mean, he doesn't play for Chelsea anymore, but he's a club legend. For me, being a captain of the men's soccer team is about a few things. It's about playing well and performing on the field, you know, doing your job as a player, first and foremost. Secondly, it's about trying to motivate those around you and help them through whatever struggles they might be having on and off the field. And then finally, it's about keeping a dialogue between the coaching staff and the players. My favorite memory, honestly, is not really from on the field. I think there's a lot of them, but there's been some really great times just being part of the family that is the Swarthmore men's soccer team. Really, you spend a lot of meals with the same group of guys, but every single one of them is usually pretty hilarious. And I think they all sort of conflate into one big memory, but just all of the memories of having incredible fun times with those guys is probably my favorite memory.
My name's Erin Gluck, and I'm captain of the field hockey team. I am studying both math and computer science, so double major. They're very practical, but also math kind of gives me like a unique way of looking at all other disciplines, so I like that analysis technique. I think that I'd like to work in some kind of technology field, doing either development or possibly analysis of some kind. One thing on campus that's during the spring I do is the VITA tax volunteer. So we help people of lower income do their taxes. Also, my family's just big into community service. I kind of grew up with that my whole life, and we do a lot of community service in the optical field, like giving glasses to people that can't afford to get eye tests or can't afford glasses. So I think as a captain, it's important to lead by example. So, you know, you kind of set the tone for practice, warm-ups, games, everything, and it's really important your intensity and how you, because people are looking up to you. So you got this whole team and you can kind of set the tone. So my favorite things about playing field hockey, well, I just like being on a team, like the team atmosphere, and I like playing team sports, and it's kind of fun. The team was a big help for me, at least my freshman year, like knowing everyone and having that support system, I would say, because it's a support system on and off the field. So yeah, and it's fun. Well, my favorite moment always is going to be that game freshman year in overtime. It was against Gettysburg, and we won. Nia, who's like another player that was on the team, and I had this like really good give and go that scored that final goal in overtime. So that was my highlight.
Hi, I'm Anastasia White-Terwillius, and I'm a captain of the volleyball team. I'm a math and economics double major here at SWAT, and I think one of the most interesting classes that I've taken here is actually a computer science class. I take those classes for fun on the side. Yeah, so I took a natural language processing class with Rich Wissentowski, and he's a really cool professor, and that's his area of research, and so he's really passionate about the subject, which made it a really fun class to take for me. Last year and the year before, I was
And welcome back for the second half of action here. Washington College inbounding the ball to start things off. They trail the Garnet 35-24. Grundy with 13 points to lead the Shore women. Thyman's pass knocked away by O'Neill. Grabbed by Jowdy, and the Garnet going the other way. Pass inside to O'Neill, but first there's a foul. Foul's on Browse.
Washington College foul number 24, Brittany Browse, her third, team's first.
Browse signaled for her third foul of the game. Jowdy, three-pointer, spot on, it's good. Jowdy's three. That's her 11th point of the game. Step back, long two-pointer by Grundy, no good. Deckard comes in, tries to get the rebound, but it's grabbed by Jordan Weir, who is fouled in the process of shooting. Fouls on O'Neill, her second.
Her second, team's first. Jordan Weir to the line, shooting two.
Free throw by Weir, off the front of the rim, no good. Second free throw attempt is good. Deckard finds Raymond in the corner, guarded by Weir. Good screen set by Deckard. Allows Jowdy to find Ackerman in the corner. Three-pointer up and no good. Grundy to Weir. Had Prowse in the paint. Deckard fronting her. No one there weak side on the help, but Shore women go with another option. 6 on the shot clock, and Kraling picked up the ball. I don't know if she was trying to call timeout over there or what happened, but we have a foul called on the ground. It's on Jowdy. Second foul by the Garnet this quarter. Thyman over to Weir. Back to Thyman at the top of the paint. Turns, jump shot, off the rim, no good. Rebounded by Deckard. Another board for Deckard. Jowdy driving, left-handed layup is good. And that extends Swarthmore's lead to 15. And with that, Washington forced to take a timeout. 8:02 remaining here in the third. It'll be a 30-second timeout. We'll be right back. And ball's back in play. Weir inbounding to Grundy. Three-pointer up, off the front of the rim, no good. Jowdy to Raymond. Back to Jowdy on the wing, three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Deckard. Deckard brings it out. O'Neill thinks three. Oh, and I didn't see that travel there. She hesitated, but called for moving the feet. Handoff inside, and another travel there called on the jump stop. The officials calling traveling pretty tight this game. O'Neal inside to Deckard. Deckard rejected by Harper. Harper pushing on the fast break. Finds Kraling. Kraling pulls it out. Grundy for three. It's up, no good. Rebounded by Browse. Browse turnaround, left-handed hook, no good. Last touch by Browse. It'll be Swarthmore ball. Shore women struggling to find a bucket as their field goal percentage down to 20% on the game. Ackerman into O'Neal. The dream shake, but she's blocked by Harper. Grundy leading the fast break, gets the bucket, ending the Washington scoring drought. Jowdy crossover, settles the offense. Raymond on the wing, tries to get around Weir, left-handed layup, no good. Weir with the rebound, long go-ahead pass. Harper inside to Prowse, good cut, can't get the basket to fall. Jowdy with it now, inside to O'Neal. Trying to post up, strong move inside, layup's good. 42-27, under 6 to play here in the third. Harper over to Weir. Kraling, I think that was a pass into Harper, and that doesn't hit iron. Harper tries to get the rebound called for the slap on Deckard's arm. Harper whistled for her second foul. 2 team fouls each. 5:37 to play here in the third quarter. O'Neal looking for Jowdy, cutting to the basket. A little overzealous on the pass there. Jasmine White drives, goes up, rejected by Haley Raymond under the basket. Jowdy, handoff to Ackerman, deep three, up, short. Rebounded by Scott, who recently entered the game. Fresh shot clock for the Garnet. Good entry pass by Raymond, finds O'Neal with the strong post-up move and the bucket. Garnet's lead up to 17 now. Grundy drives, rejected by Jowdy. Swarthmore on the run. Jowdy to Ackerman, trailing on the wing, three-pointer up. Short, rebounded by Scott, but it hits off her foot and goes out of bounds. Jordan Bell checks in, replacing Ackerman. Thyman checks in, replaces Harper. Hinton over to White. Grundy to Weir. 10 on the shot clock. Grundy has Hinton running out of time. Hinton loses it and recovered by Swarthmore. It would have been a shot clock violation. So it would have been Swarthmore's ball anyway. Shots up by Jowdy, no good. Rebounded by Bell. Bell called for a little bit of a walk under the basket there. Turnover by the Garnet. Ten turnovers on the night for Swarthmore. This is White now, running the offense. Ball back to Grundy, the point guard for most of this game. Grundy, pump fake, jump shot up and good. She's got 17 on the night to lead the Shore women. It's also a game high. Scott sets a screen for Raymond. Raymond doesn't need it, drives to the lane, left-handed layup. It's good. 46-29. Under 3 to play here in the third. Grundy, inside pass to Thyman. And the Shore women exploiting the fronting by Swarthmore's defense for, I think, the first time tonight. Swarthmore needs to have some weak side help to prevent that lob into the paint. Kayla Assembly checks in. She'll get Jowdy for a couple minutes here. Pass into Scott, puts it up for 2. Swarthmore's lead back to 17. Browse over to White on the wing. Inside pass to Thyman, posts up Scott. Jump shot is good. Bell dribbles over to the wing, looked for Scott, had it knocked away by Thyman. Ball's out of play. Swarthmore ball on the sideline. We have an official timeout. See what this conversation is about. We're going to put some time back on the shot clock. No, we're going to take some off. Down to 20 on the shot clock as possession didn't change on that out of bounds play. Raymond inbounds to Bell. Swarthmore lines up in that 1-4 high. Screen set for Raymond. Dribbles, draws the foul around the perimeter. Fouls on number 5, Alexa Kraling. 4 fouls for the Shore women. Raymond passes it into Assembly, tied up by Winsky, and we have a jump ball. Swarthmore maintains possession under the basket. And Kraling with her back to Raymond. Raymond could pass it off her back and grab the inbounds pass herself. I've seen that a handful of times in the NBA. Jowdy will replace Raymond and take the inbounds pass. Kraling with her back completely to Jowdy. Jowdy goes for the more traditional entry, finds Bell. Assembly to Bell. Deckard at the top. 10 on the shot clock. Jowdy goes left, Pull-up jumper, no good. Scott aggressive on the boards, but I think it was last touch by her, out of bounds. Washington ball. Grundy. Step back, shot no good. Rebound corralled by Swarthmore. Decker gives it up to Sembley. Under a minute to play now. Bell in the corner. Inside to Scott. Turnaround jumper is good. Scott having herself a game. Scott now with 13 points. She's even with Jowdy as the team's leading scorers. Pass into Thyman, turnaround jumper, and I believe they're going to call Deckard with the reach from behind. Basket is good. The foul is on Deckard. Thyman with the chance to make it a three-point play the old-fashioned way. Jasmine White checks in. Allie Grundy heads to the bench. Free throw up and good. 34 seconds left here in the third. Swarthmore holding on to a 14-point lead, pretty sizable advantage. Bell. Handoff to Jowdy. Deckard to Sembley, inside to Bell. Three-pointer up by Deckard, it's short and out of bounds. 5 seconds left on the shot clock, or excuse me, 5 seconds left here in the quarter. Shot clock unplugged. Harper to White. Harper, long three-pointer up and no good. That'll take us to the end of the third quarter. Swarthmore leading this one 50-36. We'll take a quick break and be back for the start of the fourth quarter. And we're back for the start of the fourth quarter. Swarthmore up 50-36, Washington ball. Harper up top, over to White. Inside to Thyman. Back into the paint. Wasn't ready for that second pass, and the ball rolls out of bounds. Swarthmore ball. Twelve turnovers now for the Shore women this game. Driving into the paint is Jowdy, and she drops in the layup. White over to Winsky. Inside to Thyman. Thyman at the elbow. She'll pull up from there. Jumper is good. Abby Deckard ready to check back in. Inside pass intended for O'Neal. Thyman's going to be called for going over the back there. Her second. First foul of the period. Maggie O'Neal will take a seat for the Garnet. Raymond to Jowdy, wide open three-pointer up, no good. Thyman with the rebound. White running the offense. Inside to Thyman. Handoff to Kraling. Kraling finds Harper. Inside pass to Thyman. Believe that Raymond got a piece of that one. It'll stay. Washington ball under the basket. 6 on the shot clock. Washington will have to work quickly here. They line up in a box around the lane. Pass into Kraling, her shot no good. Rebounded by Harper. Harper to Thyman, layup good. Pass to Ackerman on the wing, drives, floater, rejected, but there's a foul. Foul's going to be on Harper. Getting Ackerman on the arm. 3 now on Harper. Ackerman to the line. Shooting 2, hits the first. Last season, Ackerman only attempted 15 free throws, made 14 of them. 93%, small sample size, but good percentage regardless. Her first free throws of the year, hits them both. Weir over to Harper, spots up the jumper, no good. Rebounded by Grundy. Grundy gets a pick at the elbow, finds Weir in the corner, three-pointer up, no good. Tipped away by Jowdy, and Bell pushing the Garnet forward. Jowdy finds Deckard open at the top, three-pointer up, no good. Rebounded by Thyman, last touch by Deckard out of bounds. And Bryn Browse will check back in, as will Maggie O'Neal. White on the wing, finds Grundy. Pick set. Oh, and that's an offensive foul by Browse. I was surprised by that call. I thought it was a good hard screen set by Browse. Browse whistled for her 4th foul. She must not have been set on that screen. Three fouls now for the Shore women. Good inside pass by Bell to Deckard. Can't get the basket to fall, and the Shore women are going the other way. Grundy kick out to White. Fires a 3, it's no good. Rebounded by Deckard. Deckard with 8 boards on the night. O'Neal tried to keep that one alive. Grundy with it now. White slow to get up under the basket. Grundy drives. Has Weir as a trailer on the wing. Lob pass inside to Hinton, taken away by O'Neal, but we have a foul called on the floor. Oh, and that's going to be an offensive foul. Foul's called on Hinton. 4 fouls now by the Shore women, none for Swarthmore here in the 4th quarter. And we'll take a full timeout as Swarthmore leads this one 54-40, 6:28 left here in the fourth quarter. Swarthmore with the inbounds now. Jowdy advances the ball past the timeline. Ackerman on the wing. Finds O'Neal cutting. O'Neal brings it back out. She thinks three. Shots up a little bit too strong. And we're going the other way. Hinton with it now. Fakes the handoff. Finds Weir. Weir drives, and Ackerman's going to be called for the hands. Ackerman lost an armband or something there. And Haley Raymond will come in for Ackerman. And Harper cutting to the basket. Finishes for two. O'Neal to Raymond. Inside, back to O'Neal. Turns, left-handed shot, no good. They're going to call her for the walk. Picking up that second foot. Bridget Scott will come in. Will she replace O'Neal? She does. Grundy hesitates. Back out to Kraling. Grundy inside to Harper. Guarded by Scott, gets around her. Back out to Kraling on the wing. Three-pointers up and good. First person besides Grundy to hit a three-pointer for the Shore women. It's their fourth triple of the game. Raymond guarded tightly by Harper, has it knocked out of bounds. Hinton checks out, and Thyman checks in. Jowdy closely guarded up top. Raymond has got to protect the ball on her weak hand there. Tangles up with Harper in the backcourt. Shots up by Jowdy. Raymond wide open on the baseline, no good. Rebounded by Jowdy. Swarthmore resets. Bell looks to a cutting Deckard underneath, and Deckard with the finish. Long pass ahead, a little too far for Kraling. Browse in, Harper out. Deckard over to Raymond. Jowdy with it now, gets a strong screen by Deckard, finds Scott on the low block. Scott draws the foul, and she'll go back to the line where she's had a good amount of success today, 7 for 11 from the free throw line. Scott, 8 for 12, nothing but twine. And make it 9 points from the line for Scott. Swarthmore's lead now 58-45, under 4 to play. Grundy gets a screen. Pass inside to Browse. Has some trouble, finds Grundy. Mismatch, guarded by Deckard. Little height differential there. Nine seconds on the shot clock. Weir inbounds, and Browse draws the foul by Deckard from behind on the push.
Swarthmore College foul number 34, Abby Deckard, her fourth, team second.
Deckard with 4, they're going to keep her in. Grundy gets loose on the pick. Rebound by Deckard. Swarthmore ball. As Swarthmore calling the timeout. Believe they're down to 1 timeout left. It'll be a 30-second timeout, so we'll take a quick break and be right back. .328 left to play here in the fourth quarter. Swarthmore in the bonus. It's Washington College with those 5 fouls. Jowdy. It's a nice pick set by Scott. Jowdy to the lane, left-handed shot, no good. Rebounded by Scott, put back, no good as well. Rebounded by Browse. Washington going the other way. Skip pass to the other side. White thinks 3, pump fake, gets Scott to bite, steps in, jump shot, good. Swarthmore's lead down to 11, under 3 to play. Jowdy over to Scott. Swarthmore needs to finish strong here. Jowdy drives, finds Scott, mid-range jumper, no good. Rebounded by Raymond, no good. And Jowdy corrals it. She'll reset things. 20 on the shot clock. Finds Scott, over to Raymond. Now it's Jowdy again, driving. Kick out to Bell, draws the double team, and is called for the walk. Swarthmore called for 13 turnovers on the night. 2 minutes left here in this contest. Swarthmore switching on the pick, and Deckard on Grundy. O'Neal with the swat and the rebound takes that away from Thyman. Great defense by O'Neal. Swarthmore spread things out on the offensive end. Jowdy uses the screen from O'Neal. Ackerman pump fakes the three. Back to Jowdy, 6 on the shot clock. Drives left hand, draws 3 defenders. Never hit iron. Bell's got to get it up, but throws it to Deckard. Long three-pointer rims out, narrowly avoiding the shot clock violation. Washington ball anyway. We are just over a minute left here in the final quarter as Grundy's pass bounces off Swarthmore and out of play. 19 on the shot clock for the Shore women. White to inbound. They'll go to that box formation again. Drive to the lane, basket's good for Alexis Kraling. Washington creeping closer. It's a 9-point game. 3-possession ball game, under a minute to play. Full timeout taken. I'm going to get a timeout check and we'll be right back. So the official word from the book is that Washington has 1 30-second timeout left. Swarthmore with a full and a 30. And remember the new rule that with under a minute to play, teams can use that timeout to automatically advance the ball past half court in the final minute of play. I imagine that Washington will do so once they get possession. Free throw by Jowdy is good. Second free throw, good as well. Washington holding on to that timeout for now. Grundy. They need 3-pointers here. Harper. Dish to Thyman, good pass, no finish, and that should do it. And they'll still foul, 31 seconds left. Don't believe there's enough time for a comeback here, down by 11 with 31 seconds to play, but we'll see what Deckard does from the line here. First free throw is no good. Second shot, also good, or excuse me, good. Grundy drives, pull up jumper, no good. Deckard's going to be called for the loose ball foul, undercutting Thyman, and that's her 5th. Deckard will head to the bench. Bridget Scott will check back in. Scott's had a great contribution to this game, 15 points. Pass to Thyman, now to Grundy, kick out to White, 3-pointer up, and no good, rebounded by Scott. Scott with 6 boards on the game. Jowdy dribbles the clock out near half court, and that will do it. Swarthmore wins this one 61-49. The Garnet pick up the Centennial Conference win. They improve to 2-3 on the season, 1-1 in the Centennial Conference. With the loss, the Washington Shore women drop to 1-2 and 0-1 in Centennial Conference play. I want to thank you for watching tonight's game. It's Brandon Hodnett here signing off for the Garnet Sports Network. Have a great night. Stay tuned for the men's game. That will start in about a half an hour. Thanks again for watching.